I started now selling that drugs and even smoking a lot of weed. Now weed directed me to eat 2 kilograms of flour. That was small food for me for one day. I just
you're not considering that you're coming from Western.
Yes.
Kuna kula ukari kilo mbili bwana.
By that time I was having a lot of money.
Yes.
With the 78 girlfriends. You see?
What?
78 girlfriends.
You had
now
78
I'm giving the
girlfriends?
answer. I heard somebody was talking about if I have a wife or whatever. I was having 78 girlfriends, you see. I've been in the prison for 10 months.
Wow.
Yeah, suffering there in Romandis.
Pearl Radio, the home of fresh and classic hits.
Now coming back from France now to Congo, right?
Yes.
And then now you escape through Uganda.
Yes.
So talk to us about that escape process and how you found yourself now back in Kenya.
Yes. In the bush there was this Carson War vehicle where they're passing. So I was saying the way this direction their wheel is facing, it must be the Exodus. Exit must be.
Yes.
It's now Exodus. I call Exodus. Let me follow this way. I walked like 3 weeks to getting out from that bush. And
3 weeks.
3 weeks. And I'm walking like I can count day and night, because the day you walk when you are in fear, maybe you will meet with the army or other rebels. You don't know what will get ahead of you. But the night you just walk freely. So the kilometers, more kilometers I was covering at night. Yeah, the night I was walking very long than daytime. So I appeared in another place. There's a market now in this we call Mpondwe border. It's about this border is when you are coming to Kasese in Uganda. That's why I met with one of a woman. She was trading business, like cooking food there, and she was seated with the three men as their customers. But me now, I appearing there with the weapons. They were almost to run, and I said, don't dare to run. If you run, I will shoot you, because I know if they will run, they will bring commotion. They will go to tell other police and whatever to come. Now it will be another story. So I removed another clothes and I remained with the uniform of Congo. Now that's the people, they thought I'm the military of Congo now, you see. And I ordered that woman to give me food because I was very hungry. I ate food, like 3 plates of food, and now those people, they start now backbiting me, like you see, this one, he was very angry, but they are speaking Kiswahili, very clear Kiswahili, and I said, this is not Kiswahili of Congo or another country, this is clear Kiswahili from Kenya. And I finished to eat, and I say, okay, I heard you people, you are speaking a very nice Kiswahili, are you coming from Kenya? And they, yeah, we are from Kenya. And I say, no, I'm lucky, I'm from Kenya also. That's how they ask me, how comes you find yourself here? And just I start narrate the story, what happened to me. Now they start to discussing how they will help me to escape from there. And I say, what I have, the problem is about getting the means of escaping, but about the money, no problem, I have money. And I gave them some dollars to go to buy for me the clothes, and one of the sacks which I will used to carry my weapons there, we arranged with them. They went to buy, and I think I thought that they will not bring it, but they told me tomorrow come very early in the morning. They showed me a place where I will get racks of those things, and I went there. I got a sack, a big sack. There was we were having some clothes inside. I went to change, and they arranged for the taximan to carry me from this Mpondwe border of Congo and Uganda up to the Kasese, and then we start to proceed the journey now coming to Kenya. Until now I'm traveling now. I'm already like 20 years. I don't have any traveling document, I don't have ID, I don't have everything now. And I am in another country. I don't know even where direction of coming to Kenya. Now that man, they helped me until I reached to Busia, and I crossed border to step in my country, Kenya. The time I stepped my feet in Kenya, I tasted that the soil, I put it to test. Is it true testing like Congo and Uganda or Southern Sudan or France? But it's different. Now I'm in my motherland. That's how now I start now the journey. I went to buy a bicycle to carry those my weapons and everything. Now you see, now to start to go to find where my mother's home. I went there, find they already shifted. They were not there. Now even to finding to get them, it took me like 2 weeks, because I used to go to pay 100 shillings to sleep in the lodging. I started early in the morning, just now asking people if there's not somebody, the new people comes to buy a land this place. I was asking like that, and at the time I went to find now clear where they were. They went. That's how now people, they forget about us. In those days there were no any media communication, Facebook, phones and whatever, where they can make announcement the lost person. You see, it was not easy. So my mother, she decided to count me like somebody who died in a known place, and I would never be coming back at home again. Reading at home, I found the people, even I don't know them, and even they don't know me. So I just stopped there waiting. All of a sudden I saw my mother. She was coming from market. Now she was, look, my son. She said, no, if you are my son, before you touch me, you have a mark on your body, because me, I am your mother. I know the mark you have. So she asked me to remove the shirt. She asked me to remove your shirt. I know the mark. You have a mark, and me, I know it. Removing the shirt, she come to see the mark. It is just here. She said, there's a cock passed when I am sleeping, a young baby. I crushing me here. Now she said, now this is my really son.
Wow.
He cried now holding me.
Wow.
See? And now the story, I didn't disclose to mommy where I was about at that time. It took me like 1 week to tell my mother, but telling her that I have weapons, it's not. I didn't tell her, because
I know she could get
coming for me, escaping from that weapon. It was now to come to revenge. I was not saying I want to be a powerful rebels like going in Kenya now. Want to say like Naivasha to Kisumu, I want to be the president now. I want to be the rebels on that side.
Oh my goodness! Now this is you now telling, say, I want to now to pay back.
To pay back, because how comes the police slept on the border to allow these people to pass with us? In fact, they failed me. My plan was to be a lawyer. I didn't go to school to start from where I left. You see, standard 4 in term 1. You see, and my bitterness is about with the police, how they slept on the border for those people to cross with us.
What really transpired? Because you said that you had a lot of bitterness and you wanted to revenge and to become a rebel in the country. So what did you decide to do?
I started now to have my own roadblock. My own roadblock. I recruit like 7 my own soldier now, to look for police uniform, to buy, to trace them. Now we could find us. I was calling myself Inspector Safe, and we have another, my colleague. Now we are just putting the roadblock. When you find us, we have our own roadblock. We collect money, whatever will pass, 50 shillings, 200, 20. By that time, 20, it was a lot of money, you see. I have to collect the money from there. Like now from 8 p.m., I know where we put the roadblock. Now by that time, Mias, it was working. That factory, it was still functioning. Now, if you know that this side, people, they have carried the money from sugarcane, we want to put the roadblock this side. If they got money from the tobacco, we put the roadblock this side. Now we put the roadblock according to the harvesting, and where we know that we'll get some money. I did that work like 6 months, something like that, and then I tuned to start to get connection with some people from Mombasa now to start bringing some cocaine, just to starting the business of that selling.
So you are selling even drugs.
Yeah, I was started now selling that drugs and even smoking a lot of weed. Now weed directed me to eating. I was to eat like 2 kilograms of flour. That was small food for me for one day. I just
You're not considering that you're coming from Western.
Yes.
Kuna kula ukali kilo mbili bwana.
I tell you, ukali. Now I am possessed.
Yes.
Using those marijuanas and whatever. Now it just directed me to eat. Eating, and also by that time I was having a lot of money.
Yes.
With the 78 girlfriends. You see.
What?
78 girlfriends.
You had 78
giving
girlfriends.
the answer. I heard somebody was talking about if I have a wife or whatever. I was having 78 girlfriends, you see.
Wait a minute. How are you managing to have 78 girlfriends?
Do you know, by that time there were no any phones or whatever.
Yes.
Because I was now doing a very big business on the market. I have money, business is doing well. I have employed many people. I am the DJ. I have my own disco. I have my own disco. I used to have everything, like where I can get money. I sell cocaine. I sell those things. Money, it was not a problem. Now my money, it was now to be, you hear, the hot king. I was the king. By that time I was not a hot king. They were calling me bouncer. Yes, I was a bouncer man, you see. Eating 2 kilograms of ugali, you see. Even this mark of this date. Do you know, I was having extraordinary energy. Do you know this? I hold one of the steel that start laughing. If I could start laughing, I was to laugh until I faint. If I go in a hotel, I just have to eat 10 chapatis and I go to sit in the corner. So the hotel man will just surfing but looking at me, because I was using the sign, cut 2, bring 2, because there's the bread that can carry all the 10 chapatis at once. Now he should bring it 2 until I finish 10 chapatis, you see. Now
and those chapatis were those big chapatis, not this so
big
small.
chapatis, and I finish those 10 chapatis with 3 plates of beans, you see. Plates of beans. And you know, 1 kilogram of meat, it was costing 38 shillings. Now I have to go to 38 shillings. I have to buy meat, 38 shillings, to buy this sukuma of 20 and whatever, to go to cook. In my house you could not find a small plates.
Yeah.
It's just this hand washing basin, you see. Those are something I put ugali that at once, and I will eat it until I finish. So I was a strong guy. Wow. You see. Now I was selling those things. One day we went in the side of Busia.
And so let me ask, while we were doing all this, your mom, was she aware?
No, I stayed with my mom only 2 weeks. I decided to go to rent far, very far from her, because I just wanted to be a rebel in my country. Now I can't be a rebel when my mother is there.
Yeah.
I went far away from my mom. That's the place where I was doing those things. Even she didn't knew that, but she came to know at the last time after I was confessing to her. You see. Now you see, we were now starting the business to steal now vehicles to go to sell. You see, and I met with another friends. We planned to go to steal a Prado in the side of Busia. Going there, I heard there's a pastor. He was now preaching about that you will reap what you sow. If you kill in a cans, we'll also die through cans. And I say, this man, maybe he have already seen me, and because I have a gun and I'm waiting my people to come so that we can go to steal that vehicle. That pastor, he keep on preaching, and I say, no, what can I do now? It's now to go to surrender the weapon here, and I believe he will not take him to the police station. I surrendered the weapon
To the pastor.
Yeah, that one. And then he start now praying. He pray for me, and I went back home. I called my people.
So you gave your life to Jesus Christ?
Yeah, by that, I gave that life now to Jesus Christ. After surrendering, I didn't go to steal that vehicle. I met with Jesus like Paul. He was on the way
to Damascus.
Me, I was on the way to go to steal the vehicle, to go to sell it.
And then Jesus Christ stole your heart.
He stole my heart.
How cool is that?
So I gave my life to Jesus by that time, and I went home to tell my people, now the game is over. I have given my life to Jesus. And all of those people I was stealing together with them, they say, if a commander have given his life to Jesus, let us also follow him. Now you see, even those people, they give their life to Jesus. They are preaching the gospel up to now.
Wow.
They're just preaching the gospel up to now. So I went home to tell my mother now the story. And you know, those days, it was a Moise government.
Yeah.
Even you go to say that I have a small pistol, they will arrest you, to put you in the prison. You see. Now I discussed with my mother. She told me, now what will you do? And I say, the school latrines, they are very deep. You see. That's why I went to throw 1,500 bullets. And
so let me ask, the type of weapons that you are using, was it
AK-47 and this Castrol pistol?
Oh, the revolver.
The revolver, yes. So I went to throw those things in the toilet, and I burned all the police uniform, and I become now a preacher. You see.
Wow.
That the day I starting to preach, people, they were like, is it really or not? Is it the one who is to fight people here, beating people here, or it's not the one? That's how I give my life to Jesus. Up to now, I start the channel to preach the gospel, and now I quit even
because you also using drugs.
I was using drugs, and you know, I was using drugs even I didn't went to
rehabilitation.
Do you know the rehabilitation of Jesus is different like this we are having in the world, because that one, even I never have even a feeling of like smoking anything. No, once I gave my life to Jesus, because when you decided, everything is over. 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 17. When you are in the Christ, everything become new. That's how I done everything in my life. I didn't even feel even the thirst of smoking anything or using those marijuanas. No, that's how my journey was at fashion. Now start from there, and I quit those 78 girlfriends, because I was having the book as in my house, like a register. I start with the alphabetical letters. If you are Alice, I just put Betty, Dorica, C, Catherine. We just go like
so
that.
You had your 78 girlfriends,
78 girlfriends
in an alphabetical order.
Yes.
You know, I'm just imagining, because we kind of had that experience. I think it was last year, of this man who had over 300. You know, 300. You know, okay, this is quite a testimony that God even delivered you. So I'm just wondering, these girlfriends, when you told them that you gave a life to Jesus Christ, did they follow you?
Imagine they just disappeared. They were just like demons surrounding me. It was just, they disappeared. Even I didn't. They just vanished. But they were consuming money from me. You remember? Every day, this one, she's asking 2,000, and you have to give them. You see, you are using like 150,000. You are giving to them. Now the money you are getting from there, they would just go like that. And I was selling those drugs. They were, because I used to sell shoes. I cut the shoes, I put inside. So when you go to the market, you will not buy my shoes. If you come to ask the price of my shoes, it is very higher. They were selling, by that time it was 80 shillings, rubber. But mine is just 2,000 or 2,500. I set the shoes for those people who know what is inside. But the ordinary person, customer, cannot buy my shoes.
So that's actually you're able to pass the drugs using the shoes.
That is it.
Ujanja Nairobi, anyways.
But now you see, selling the shoes. I was selling the shoes and also selling the newspaper. You could find me selling 3 newspaper, 3 of them. Today I will be in the place called Shanda. On Friday I'll be in the site of Kakamega there. And you know, even this the trucks that the police they are collecting from the people. They used to give me to go to sell. Now I was selling the weeds, whatever the police they will collect from the suspect. They will give me to go to sell. Then I come, we share the money. We meet in the bar. We drink. We could drink until you just smiling alone. You go. So
but now God has turned your life around. Everything
new. I am just imagining if it was me was eating 2 kilograms of ugali. If it is me, and even right now I
cannot even finish a quart. Hey, somebody's finishing 2 kgs. How did it happen that you started even preaching from that point?
Yeah, I started preaching. In fact, God directed me to go to Mombasa because I decided to change the environment also, to go a place where people they don't know me, so that when I preach the gospel, nobody will come to say about to the past.
Yes.
So I started a new life there, started to preach the gospel there. We started the church there, and God now called me in evangelism. I started evangelism, and I can say that in the work of God, I have seen the fruit. There, because my calling is just targeting the Muslims. I have been in different countries. I have seen people who have been hearing the testimony. 250 Muslims in Nigeria there, they give their life to Jesus. Have been in Uganda now, the place where I was suffering. I was there 2018, 2019 there. Even 230 Muslims, they give life to Jesus, and I have seen God doing his work. In fact, in Mombasa now I have fight the issue which is affecting this country about the MRC. I stood firm. I share my story. I follow those people. I talked with them because they were now turning against to kill the pastors in the church. So I have to follow those people. They were accepting small money from those recruiters to join at Shabab there. And I stood firm to say, maybe I know these things very well. And God, you sent me to go there maybe because you knew one day I will be having this problem in my country.
Yeah.
And I stood up in that capacity to fight with those people. And God was with me. I speak with those people. They left the story about the MRC. They returned to school. The others that have already graduated now, they come to realize I was telling something good. I opened their eyes. Now my mission began to mentor youth. Like East Africa, I have been in these countries. The issue with them have been in 2022 in Sudan, and I came to this refugee which is in Uganda there.
Yeah.
Kiriadongo district, Panyatod there. And the church is there. I was there, talked with the people because those younger boys who are in the refugees, they have their bitterness like the way I was. They say they have to go to revenge in their country, those people who make them to become refugees. They have to go to kill them also. So according to my story and the step which I have been talking to them, they have decided to go to school, and they have forget what to go about revenge. And now you can see in Southern Sudan there's no more another issue of the war and whatever.
Yes.
Because we have like 30,000 refugees in Uganda, Panyatoli there. And now the youth and the other military, those people who are used killing people, and they are just there. Those the rebels killing people, they just fled to come in that camp to hide themselves there. Now I took that opportunity to start them to ministering there in that camp. Like I used to go there like after 3 months. That's why I have done many commandos, people who are going there to planning to revenge and whatever. They now become a preacher. They now become a servant of God. And I have seen what God took me to go to the bush. I can say the fruit is now. I'm just happy. Yes.
Allow me to ask, in terms of family, do you have your own family, like wife and kids? For those who might be curious to know.
Yeah, I have a daughter. I have one girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but very soon I have a plan. I will marry.
So you have a daughter.
Yeah.
How did you get this daughter? Was this from the 78?
No. This is the lady. I married that woman for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
But their parents, they told her that I am somebody who was from up country. Now they decided to tell her to work for money, not for love or marriage.
Mm-hmm.
That is how she was just after money, and something wrong happened. The devil used her because she finds that there's no way she can make maybe to go without stealing money.
Mm-hmm.
You see, that's how she went the poison way. I was having two girls.
Mm-hmm.
This one now she's 13, but by that time she was 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
The one who passed on, she was 16 months. This woman prepared the poison to kill that baby and me. Now the baby died. She never came back, but me, God returned me back. That was the end of that marriage.
So
the money.
Let me get this straight. This woman poisoned you together with the baby.
Yes.
And then she took the money.
Yeah. After everything in the house.
So you had some money.
Yeah, I was going to build a house.
So this is now in your life after getting born again.
This something was happening.
Mm-hmm.
After born again, after being a preacher for many years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I decided to have a family, and that's the money. I was having that money to go to build I would say, in Mombasa, there we have stayed long. We need to have either a plot to build. So I was having a plot in the side of Kiambeni.
Mm-hmm.
So that money it was planned special to build that house. We are planning to have an apartment, even if we will stay it down, up it will be for the business. Okay. Now that's how she make away with everything.
How much was the money?
The cash, it was 3.5. That was the cash.
3.5 million.
Yeah, you were having cash.
3.5 million. What? and so you never bothered to go and look for her and maybe to trace her?
You know what happened after poisoning me? There's the matter of when you claim they need the evidence, but what she did, she vanished. She went to get married to another man, and that man also started the business, and that man, he stole also that money from her. That man, he went to marry another woman.
Hey.
Now the woman, she's just there, suffering. She have nothing.
And let me ask now, because you say that you had two daughters.
Yes.
So one of them is the one who took the poison together with you.
That one, she died.
She died.
Yeah.
But the other one was didn't take the poison. Was not there.
She was not around. The intention was to kill the young, so that they will go with the big one. Yeah.
And so, how did you survive the poison for you?
I survived after being dropped in the mortuary. Do you know, I was traveling to Kampala and then to connect to Sudan. I was doing well in the gospel. So going to Kampala there, I start feeling tired. I cannot stand. I cannot. That's how they rush me in the hospital. There they confirmed that I'm dead.
So they took you to the mortuary.
Yeah, I was there for 3 days. The people there, they were now discussing about the post-mortem to preserve the body in the fridge, and then to start now giving the information to Kenya. But after 3 days, they found me standing in the mortuary and holding the leg of a dead body.
What?
I saw it was like we are somewhere sleeping. Just saw me waking up. I just touching another man. Wake up, we go. It is morning. Wake up, we go. But that man, he never wake up. I was the only man who was standing inside the mortuary. So the mortuary attendant woman, she came to open the door. After seeing me, she just fall down. She was moving using the buttock. and urinating, shouting.
Yeah, because it's like this is a ghost.
A ghost.
Yeah.
See? And there's one of the police officer. He came inside. He touched my hand. He told me in Kikanda, tutembe. I start walking, and I stayed there for some few days. Then I returned back to Kenya. That's how I used to, there's another teaching which I call the journey with the soul. That is the death experience and what I passed through. But now I am so happy. I am alive, and my daughter is alive. She's now 13 years.
She's now 13 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
She's now 13 years.
God has preserved you.
She used to be number one in the class. Yeah.
She's here in Nairobi, or she's in...
No, she's just here in Nairobi, staying with one of my friends in Nairobi here, because me, I was not staying in Nairobi here. I left Nairobi, I think last year something happened to me. I suffered a lot in the prison, but
yeah, you mentioned to me that because I was looking for you. I remember I started looking for you last year.
Yeah.
I couldn't find you. Told me that you're in prison.
Yeah, I was in the prison.
So you were wrongly accused.
Yes. No, the issue, it was this woman. She find me online, and then we start talking. She's staying in Maimayu, and I told him I am in Uganda, but in time I will cross to Kenya. And she told me, the pastor, he want you to come to Menda Youth here. I have already talked to my pastor, so you just come, there's no problem. And I said I will pass there, because I was I was on the destination to go to. I was traveling to South Africa, to Pretoria, and now she told me that my pastor want to see you. Going there, it was not issue about pastors. There's nothing like that. The issue, it was about me. It was just telling me, the wedding, what, and I was shocked. How can you tell a pastor want to marry something which I have never even discussed?
Yes. So she wanted to marry you.
Yeah.
By force.
By force. So rejecting that, and there was another issue. It was coming people. So I was accused for that I'm stealing cows from Western, the place where I have never even passed there. She make a lot of allegations. So I was facing threatening to kill, and also stealing cows and whatever in the area which I have never even stayed. See, so I was arrested February last year from 11th, taken to Naivasha Medium Prison. I've been in the prison for 10 months.
Wow.
Suffering there in Romandis. But I thank God.
And now you are here.
I won the case. Very well. The judge said the allegation which they are telling me, it's not true. There's lies and whatever. The issue was this woman after you rejected her. That's how it became a bitterness and creating a lot of lies. You see. So from February 11th up to 6th of November last year, that's how I get my freedom up to now. But in the prison, I can say also it was about God's plan, because I have preached the gospel in the prison. Many people they got saved in the prison. I prayed for the people, they get their freedom. Even I will say now this week I refuse to pray for the people, because I am praying for the people to Uganda. I am remaining here. But God wanted me to go to the prison. I preach the gospel in the prison. Many people give life to the prison, because they will come here, they have the case, they are just confused. They are confused. They don't know what will happen. What their decision is to give their life to Jesus. And I was a preacher there. When you come to hear, Hotking, deal with this situation. Hotking, come in this place. And the prisoner very far. Nobody come to visit him in the prison. No one, even nobody came to visit him in the prison. But the prisoner was getting a soap, Colgate, toothbrush, Colgate, and everything there, because people were there. Somebody will say, or the police come to say, Hotking, come, take this soap, take this. But I preach the gospel in the prison. Now I have many people there. In fact, the site of Narok, Giligili, engineer, Olekalau, how many people coming from there? I preach the gospel there every day. I am receiving calls. I am free. I am free. I am free. I am free. You see, I preach the gospel in the prison. Now I say, God, now it is enough. Now I have finished the prison. It is now for me to stand and to work now for you. There's nothing new will come to shake me again. There's nothing new.
You have gone through fire.
I have finished all.
You have gone through a lot, man. And for you to even sit here to testify, this must be God.
Yeah.
Let us just take a breather. When you come back, we'll be able to conclude even as we get ready to pray in the name of Jesus Christ. So if you have a prayer request, kindly text in on 0702 969 969. It is a testimony of Daniel Wesa Ocheso right here on Pearl Radio 96.9 FM. Testimony Thursday. My good name is Israel Kagiri. Don't touch that dial.
96.9 FM, Pearl Radio.